Kim Kardashian is proceeding with caution. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians alum, 41, wrapped her signature curves in yellow caution tape printed with the Balenciaga logo for the brand's Winter 22 show on Sunday. The 360 Degrees collection at Paris Fashion Week also served as a tribute to the war in Ukraine. Kardashian wore a skin-tight bodysuit and high-heeled boots while carrying a handbag, all covered in the designer tape. She finished the ensemble with a pair of black Balenciaga wraparound sunglasses. The mother of four posed with creative director Demi Gvasalia, who donned a Ukrainian flag shirt while using the show to spotlight Russia's invasion of Ukraine, mirroring his own experience as a refugee of the Georgian Civil War. The war in Ukraine has triggered the pain of a past trauma I have carried in me since 1993, when the same thing happened in my home country and I became a forever refugee, Gvasalia, 40, wrote in a statement about the show. Forever, because that's something that stays in you. The fear, the desperation, the realization that no one wants you. But I also realized what really matters in life. The most important things, like life itself and human love and compassion. This is why working on this show this week was so incredibly hard for me. Because in a time like this, fashion loses its relevance and its actual right to exist. Fashion Week feels like some kind of an absurdity. I thought for a moment about cancelling the show that I and my team worked hard on and were all looking forward to. But then I realized that cancelling this show would mean giving in, surrendering to the evil that has already hurt me so much for almost 30 years. I decided that I can no longer sacrifice parts of me to that senseless, heartless war of ego, he continued. This show needs no explanation. It is a dedication to fearlessness, to resistance, and to the victory of love and peace, Gvasalia concluded. Each seat was adorned with a Ukrainian flag, 525 in total, with Salma Hayek also wearing the flag as a dress. Hayek, 55, made the show a family affair, arriving with husband François-Henri Pinault, 59, daughter Valentina Paloma, 14, and stepdaughter Matilda, 21. Also in attendance were Diplo, Alexa Demi, Lil Baby, A$AP Ferg, and Isabelle Huppert. The show took place on a circular runway, emulating a post-apocalyptic, nuclear winter with the models strutting against artificial elements of snow, wind, and lightning, all while donning neo-futuristic looks from the collection. Set to an Eastern European-inspired soundtrack curated by Balenciaga's trusted composer BFRND, the presentation opened with the classic Slavonic dances before escalating into an intense crescendo with some of the French artist's own techno beats. Russia's attack on Ukraine continues after their forces launched a large-scale invasion on February 24. The first major land conflict in Europe in decades. Details of the fighting changed by the day, but hundreds of civilians have already been reported dead or wounded, including children. More than 1 million Ukrainians have also fled, the United Nations says. The invasion, ordered by Russian President Vladimir Putin, has drawn condemnation around the world and increasingly severe economic sanctions against Russia. With NATO forces massing in the region around Ukraine, various countries have also pledged aid or military support to the resistance. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky called for peace talks, so far unsuccessful, while urging his country to fight back. Putin insists Ukraine has historic ties to Russia and that he is acting in the best security interests of his country. Zelensky has vowed not to bend. "Nobody is going to break us, we're strong, we're Ukrainians," he told the European Union in a speech in the early days of the fighting, adding, "Life will win over death. And light will win over darkness." The Russian attack on Ukraine is an evolving story, with information changing quickly. Follow People's complete coverage of the war here, including stories from citizens on the ground and ways to help.